Hello everyone, welcome to Programming IO. So in this video the topic that we are going to discuss is variables in Java. Now before beginning up with the topic that is variables, let us try to understand a simple thing first. That is, what is a program? A program is nothing but a set of instructions performed on a data, that is a value which is usually supplied by the user of the program or the application, and in return the application shows a output to the user. So now the question is, the value that is supplied by the user need to be stored somewhere during the execution time of the program. So this data is actually stored in RAM or the main memory during the execution time of the program. Now the name of the location where the data is stored is known as variable. Now let us see the definition of variable. Now variable, it is a name assigned to a memory location. Now suppose this is a memory location where the data 12 is stored and the name of the location is X. So it is a variable. Now variable, as the name suggests, its value can be changed during a program. So now syntax to declare a variable: data type followed by name and the value to be stored in the variable, that is the address pointed by the variable. So now first is byte x equals to 12. Byte is a data type, its size is 1 byte. 1 byte, and 1 byte equals to 8 bit, and the data which is stored in this location is 12. Now for explanation purpose we show like this, that a variable x is declared and in this memory location 12 value is stored, but in actual runtime, that is the execution time of the program has already been compiled, that is it has already been translated to machine language, that is in terms of binary numbers 0 and 1. So in RAM the data is stored in terms of 0 and 1. Now byte is equals to 8 bit, so this value is stored in 8 bit, that is 0001100, which sums up to 12. Now variable is a identifier. What is an identifier? Identifier, it is a name given to a specific thing to identify it among a group of same thing. Like suppose you are a human being, you have a name, your name is an identifier which is used to identify you among a group of human beings. Similarly, variable is also an identifier. Suppose there are hundreds of variables, then the name of the variable is used to identify a particular variable. Now there are certain rules to declare an identifier in Java. Number one is, it must not contain space. Now suppose you are declaring a variable string full name is equals to some Raj. So here there is a space in the name of the identifier, so it is not a valid identifier. Now number 2, digits are not allowed at the beginning. Now you can use digits in the name of your identifier, but you cannot use it in the beginning of the name of the identifier. Like suppose you are declaring int 0a is equals to 10. Now since the beginning word is the digit, so it is not a valid identifier. Now keywords are not allowed. Now keywords are certain words that have predefined meaning to the compiler. Now in Java there are several keywords like volatile, int, char, then static, final, synchronized. These are keywords. They have specific meanings or predefined meanings for the compiler. so you cannot use them as your identifier name. Now suppose you are declaring a variable int char equals to 10. Since it's the name of a keyword, so it is also not a valid identifier name declaration. Now the fourth one is special characters are not allowed except dollar and underscore. You can use dollar and underscore in the name of your identifier, but you cannot use any other identifier special characters in the name of your identifier. Like suppose you are declaring string @email is equals to .com certain xyz. Now since this identifier name contains @, so it's also not a valid identifier name. Now we came to know about the basic idea, what is variable, how it is stored in the memory during execution time, various rules to declare a variable. Now in Java there are three types of variable. Number one is static variable, number two is non-static or instance variable, and number three is local variable. Now we will see each of them one by one. Now let us start with static variable. Now Java is an object oriented programming language. Suppose there is a class named student. Now this class student is a template or a blueprint. It does not exist in real world, but its objects, suppose student 1 comes, it's a real world entity. It will have characteristics and behavior. Now every different objects of student class, that is student 1, student 2, student 3, will have different properties. But suppose all the students are studying in a single university, then all students will have same university name. So that is the variable where the university name is stored is same for all objects. So in Java, when we declare a variable as static, it is a class level variable. That is, all the objects will have same value for that variable. Now let us try to understand one by one. Now what is a static variable? Now first point is it is declared directly inside a class. Now since static variable is class level, that is it's same for all objects, so it is directly declared inside a class and not inside function, constructor, etc. We can see here directly declared inside class and not inside function, int a, int b. Now it contains static keywords. Since it is a static variable, it must contain static modifier which tells compiler that is it is static, that is static int a, static int b. Now it can be called by class name, object name, or directly if present in same class. Now to access this variable, suppose we are required to print the value of the variable, then we can print it in three different ways. By class name, since it is class level. By object name, we can also access this static variable since these objects, different objects, suppose for student class there are different objects s1, s2, s3. So the static variable is belongs to all these objects, so we can also access it by class object name. But one disadvantage of accessing it by object name is that we have to create object, and for object memory is allocated. So when we can access it directly using class name, so why to unnecessarily waste space by creating object? So it is better to use class name to access static variable, and we can also access it directly inside the same class. Okay, like for example system.out.println I have written in short. Like here we can access it directly by writing the variable name. But be careful, you can access a static variable directly inside a class if you are calling the variable inside a class in which the variable is declared. Now there may be a controversy that there may be local variable also, you may get confused, so it is better to call it by class name only. Now here we are calling by class name test.a. A is dot is the access operator, like test class it is present inside, and a is the variable test.a. Now we can also access it by class object name. Here we are creating object test equal to new test t.a. Basically object is created in heap memory at runtime. Heap memory is like a resource, like here a object is created, object of test class. Okay, this is a object and this is a reference. Reference is created inside stack memory and it is pointing to test object. Now next one is default value of static variable is default value of the data type. Suppose here we are declaring a static variable int b, but we are not initializing it. So if we try to print this variable, we will get output as 0, which is the default value of int data type. In C we get garbage values, but here we have no concept of garbage value. Since garbage value is not there, the garbage collector removes it. Now memory for this variable is allocated at class loading. Now after the compilation, when you execute your program gets loaded in the RAM or the main memory in the code area. Okay, so at that time only static variables also get allocated in the memory. And always remember, static variable only a single copy is made. Like suppose we are declaring a, so only a single copy of a is made. Like suppose if you create 100 object for this class test, there will only be a single variable a. Okay, now suppose you are changing the value of the variable by accessing it with object name and reinitializing it with 20. Now if you access it directly or class name or object name, all will display the output 20, which proves that there is a single copy for a static variable, whether you access it directly or class name or object name. Since it single copy is created, so changing it by single thing, all the value will change. Now the second type of variables are the non-static variables or the instance variable. Now let us try to understand what type of variable should be declared as non-static variable. Now suppose you have the student class. So when you create object of the student class, that is different students will have different names, roll numbers, addresses, phone numbers. So for each student, the values for these things, that is phone number, address, name and phone number and roll number, will be different. So it is recommended to declare this type of variables as non-static variables, because non-static variables are part of object in Java. So let us try to understand them. Now number one is, it is declared inside class without static keyword. If a variable is declared directly inside a class without static keyword, then it is a non-static variable. Like here we have declared int a equals to 10. Here there is no static keyword in front of it, so it is a non-static variable. Now second one is memory is allocated at the time of object creation. Now at runtime, when memory is allocated for an object, at that time only value memory for non-static variable is also allocated. Now suppose here we are creating object test1. So this object is created in heap test object. Okay, so variable a, that is 10, is a part of this object. Now suppose we are creating another object, that is test2 equals to new test. Now another object t1, this is t2, it will also have the non-static variable a. So for every object, a copy of the non-static variable is created at heap during runtime. Now it can only be accessed with object. Now since these variables are part of object, so how can it be accessed with class name? So it is illogical. So in Java, non-static variable is accessed with the help of object. Now t1, t2. Okay, like here we have seen t1 dot a, t2 dot b. Its output will be 10 and 10. Now if not initialized, its whole default value, suppose here we have not initialized a and try to print it using t1 or t2 dot a, then it will show the default value of the int data type, that is 0. Now let us see one thing here, t1 dot a equals to 20, t1 dot a equals to 20. So here we are changing this value to 20. Now we are trying to print it again, t1 dot a plus t2 dot b. So t1 dot a is equals to 20, so it is showing 20, but t2 dot b, it is showing 10, because here two different objects are created. So for each object, separate copy of non-static variable is created. Now the third type of variable is the local variable. Now if a variable is declared inside a block or a constructor or a method in Java, then it is generally considered as local variable. It is, that is, the memory for local variable is allocated inside the stack. Now suppose if variable is declared within method, constructor, block, but not directly inside class, then it is local variable. Thus int a equals to 10, it is declared inside the main method but not directly inside the class, so it is a local variable. Now second one is local variable should be initialized before use. Now if we are declaring a variable inside method, constructor or block, then you must initialize it before using it. Like suppose you are printing the variable before initializing, then you will get error. So it is better to initialize it before use. Now the last one is it has local scope, so access directly where it is declared. Now this local variable, it is allocated in stack frame for main function. Okay, so it is neither a part of the object nor part of the class. It is simply used for performing some certain things inside a method, constructor or block. So you cannot access it using class name or object name. You have to access it directly in which it is declared. Like suppose we are declaring a int variable b. It is a local variable since declared it in main method, but we are accessing it outside this block, so it will show error. One thing is that this local variable cannot be declared as static, since for static variable the memory is allocated at the class loading time. Whereas for local variable, when the main function is called and inside it the variable is present, so it is allocated at much later state. So it is illogical to think that local variable can be made static, and you cannot make local variable as static, it will show error. And it is also different from non-static variable since it is not a part of object. So that's all for this video. Thank you for watching my video, and I hope you will like my content. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please press the subscribe button, and if you find my content worth, then do share it among your friends.